My name is Jim Estes, and today I'm going to talk about a drill that I think is extremely important for the swing plane. So what I want you to do is, and this, by the way, is going to give you an instant understanding of exactly the feeling you want to have in the golf swing. Take a club. You can put a rod, alignment rod, in the grip, or I'm sorry, in the butt end of the golf club. Take the golf club, turn it like you're going to hold it, and then what I want you to do is take that club, put it right against your left hip, so you're holding both clubs here. Now you've got an alignment rod on the ground and a golf ball, and what I want you to do, getting into your good posture position, your weight over the arches, feel balanced. The insides of the heels are going to be about the width of your hips. Take a swing back, slow motion, and trace with that alignment rod the target line all the way up. The shaft should be parallel to your target line at the top, and then slowly coming down, trace the line. And do this in slow motion. Right into the impact position. So this is a great feedback tool, visual feedback tool for learning the proper swing plane. Go right to your impact position. I encourage you to do this drill in slow motion, and if you have 5 minutes a day, if you do this drill every day, I guarantee you're going to improve your golf swing. So again, I think you'll find this to be extremely helpful. JimEstesGolf.com if you have any questions.
That's pretty impressive, because not many people, I can tell you, I've had this problem with a number of people, including myself. And being able to change weight distribution from toe to heel on the initiation of the movement is a way to do it, I think. And it's clear to me that's all you need to do, because your head's not moving forward at all. All right, now, you don't know you hit it on the toe. Watch this. All right, that's impact. Now, that doesn't look like it's on a toe. So I might be wrong about that. But here's what I love about that swing. Let me just take the lines away. If we compare everything, like, okay, so I'm a big believer, I don't want to see the pelvis moving forward too much. Now, you can move it maybe an inch or two. But I don't want 4 inches forward. Because why? Because that changes the angle of the shaft. Everyone's going to, from centrifugal force, you're going to pull up anyway. The shaft's going to get vertical, but it's a matter of how much is it going to get vertical. So, taking a look at what you were doing last time, you know, I think you just improved your swing pretty significantly now. From a technical standpoint, if you can reproduce this, see there, now you're a little forward. Now look at the difference here. There's no hint, and you are moving back right on that initial take back. It's very subtle though, right? I mean, it's not much. It's very subtle. But that's a big difference between that and that. That's 2 or 3 inches. That's the difference between hitting it solid and not. Now your brain right now is used to dipping into the ball a little bit, so you might not find a sudden, that's a good downswing too, you might not find a sudden improvement in the quality of your ball striking as it relates to centerness and hit, but I think eventually you will if you can continue to practice this. Because your pelvis is not forward at the top of your swing here, it is here, and then if we go frame by frame, you're still forward right there. The shaft's steeper there. Here the shaft is shallower. It's coming in. Here it's going to be outside over the top. Well, not really, but it's close. But look at the difference in the amount of forward thrust of the pelvis there versus there. You know, so the reason golf is so hard is subtle changes, as much as a quarter of an inch or an inch, that's a big difference. So, yeah, I mean, I like that as, you know, there's a much better impact position there.
Is this still crowded in your opinion? Should you be able to see some white space there?
You should have a little bit of space there, yeah. Your pelvis still comes a little forward in the downswing. But The reason people shank the ball is they get stuck because there's no room to bring your hands in, and then they throw their hands out. That's why I'm trying to keep your hips back subtly without you saying. If I said to you, Adam, I want you to keep your pelvis back in the swing, good luck with that. I mean, that's hard to do. You got to train that in with about an hour of motion training. You got to change how your right knee works. You got to change how your right ankle works. You got to change this to this. Well, that's not easy to do. I mean, I could do it in practice on the range, but if I got in the Maryland Open and said, go this way, it ain't happening. I'm going that way. And that's because I don't practice. But it's also because I've ingrained that under pressure. So, anyway, I'm getting off the track a little bit. But, yeah, that's a better impact position. In a perfect world, your right hip and your right knee wouldn't cross that box. But look at the difference over here, how much you crossed it.
Yeah.
And so that's going to push your hands further out, right? And if your right elbow gets trapped behind your right hip, your arms are stuck. You can't extend your arms.
Right.
You know, so that's going to influence some stuff.
I felt on that last shot that you liked better, that notion of...
I think you're too crammed up here. Before I finish this, I want you to push... I want you to give yourself some more space in there. I think you'll lift your hands up 2 inches. And the reason is that'll give you more space. Too low of hands crowds you a little bit.
So you're saying instead of this,
Just
do
up a little
this?
bit, yeah, just a couple inches. I want the butt of the club to point at your navel, not at your belly button. I think you have your hands too low there, and I think you're a little jammed up.